I'm live. And I can't see anything on my screen. Ay. Well, that's just nothing's working for me here. I think I'm live. I am live, just nothing's working here. I can see my phone screen. I guess I'll just have to set that up over here. What's going on there, James and Sergeant Joe Smith? I don't know what's going on. What's up, Danos? What's up, Josh? My computer screen shows nothing, so I'm on a delay with you guys. What's up, George? If you guys can guess how many by the end of the night, I'm sure that's a game you guys all play. Caitlin Clark playing some basketball, huh? Thank you there, Dano. I appreciate that. I was hoping Duquesne could do something this year. Made it to the second round. You know, I'm on such a delay. It's funny. I don't know why it's not showing me my thingamadoo. Channel level settings. Just not letting me show. Effing YouTube. Could be for the better. Anyways, what's going on, guys? How's your Monday nights going? Heading into Easter weekend this weekend. You guys ready? Prepared? Carlos, how's it going, brother? So in the chats here, what do you guys think? What tools do you think a plumbing apprentice would need to start off? Yeah, there we go. I mean, I am Irish, so. I don't know if tools and that go together. Bro, James. I feel bad, man. Tape measure for sure. Plumbers are like mechanics, though. They use the cheapest tape measures available because odds are, see, plumbing tools, they're intermingling with some nasty stuff. So I mean, I would advise Husky tools basically. Not all of them lay the pipe, you know. Please stay off your phone. You're looking up parts. Yeah, fecal spray. I'd have to say, just something like this. This is a 24-inch pipe wrench. It's an aluminum, heavy duty, but this thing's been awesome, both for plumbing and automotive. Highly recommend some decent pipe wrenches. Good pipe cutters. I don't know. I don't know what the company provides or whatever, but probably like 11-in-1 or 6-in-1 screwdriver for fittings, like Fernco's and whatnot. Hacksaw. Hacksaw is a good way to start. I've gone into the PVC cutters. Oh, nice. Zaphiel, what's going on? Decent pipes. I lay a decent pipe a couple times a week. Deburring tool for sure. Yeah, definitely a deburring tool. Good call. It depends where you're at too. Like CPVC, mostly warmer climate stuff. You're gonna get copper up by me, northeast and stuff and that. And then there's the PEX people, But again, if you're running pipe and stuff, your company should provide like all those cutters and stuff. Work gloves, keep it going. Keep it going. I got a buddy that's starting off as a apprentice. Zaphiel, I'm actually very happy you're in here tonight. I sent you an email a while back, and I was starting to get worried about you, so I'm glad you're doing all right. We are working through technical difficulties tonight. I will tell you that much. Something to polish, yeah. Well, that again, that should be like a company thing. Emery cloth or whatever the sandpaper stuff is. Crescent wrench for sure. Probably like a 8 and a 12. I will say, Zaphiel, I figured out the solution to my problem. I sent out you're a maestro on the looking up stuff on the internet where I am not. So, but what I was doing was I bought some stuff here. Let me see. if I rotate, so you got 3, 1, 2, 3 down the line, and then let me see where this goes back to. Get rid of that light. Then you got 1, 2. I just got that one in the back running today. This one's up next. But I need to find a rear end. That sounds weird. Yes, I did send you some photos. Yeah, don't release those because I don't want to end up on OnlyFans or something. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so anyways, I was looking for a rear end. Found 3 more bikes, and I found a rear end in that. Dude, if you ain't on OnlyFans, then you're not living because, I mean, I'm just saying there's a strong market for dudes like us on there. If I had to give advice to young people, it would be stay off of OnlyFans because I've never been on there, but if you go on the TikTok, there's a lot of advertisements and stuff for that. And everybody's doing it. There's a lot of just below average people on TikTok advertising for it. So I don't know. I won't waste my time or money on that. I am glad I grew up in a era of, it was that whole online stuff was just coming into play, and we had dial-up internet. So, Neil, good Lord, it took me several. I'm sorry, brother. So, Dave, I'm glad you came here. I started one, and there was I couldn't see myself, and so I panicked and started a second one. I still can't see myself, and so here we are. I'm watching on the phone on delay like you guys, and I apologize. I do. So no, here's the deal. I bought 2 that would complete 1. Okay, this is how I got into this. I sold some tools that I didn't need anymore. I bought 2 that can make 1, but the second one is darn close to complete, missing the rear end. I did a little more searching and digging online, and what's up, Pat? I found a nice young man selling 3 of them. One was a complete parts bike, and I was banking. I saw in the photo, he only had a couple photos. It was up on Facebook Marketplace. He had it up there for like 12 months. He just lived out there. But I saw in the picture, the parts bike was missing the rear end, but I saw a rear end in there. and some 5 of them for $500. I mean, I got one running tonight. That's the one that I have in view. It runs great. I love Jeremy. What's going on? So I'll be honest with you. I never owned a quad, never rode one. I didn't get any of that stuff when I was a kid. And I thought it would be a blast for my kids. So I was like, at first, I picked up the first two for 150 and was like, I'll just make one and then they could have it. And then I have OCD. So the next one that was missing the rear end, I'm like, I really wish I had a rear end for that. So then I went on a search and then I found these 3 for sale that were the same kind. And then I'm like, well, my kids only need one. If I can make 4, sell 3, I'm ahead of the game. And then, maybe Wave Runners next or something. I don't know. Well, here's the thing. So I don't think I have to part any of them out. My plan is this, and it might not go according to plan. And you're right, I could part them out. The one behind me, that the blue one I have running there, it runs great. Then there's another one directly behind me that needs a top end done, and then it should run. So there's 2. And then there's another one over there that needs the top end finished up, slapped back together. That's 3. And then the fourth one is sitting right here, and I need to just put the rear end together on it, and that will be the hardest one. And then so I'll keep one, and I'll keep the parts one and any extra parts, but I'm gonna try and make a good go at this little side business type thing. Is up over West Virginia? All right. Canada, you should be able. Yep. Good. We just had a good snow. At this rate, you're going to have more quads than kids. So actually, and then on top of that, I did. So I sold the Farmall Cub to a very nice Amish gentleman, and on top of what I was asking, he tipped $10. Um, so there's that. And that's honestly, like, I'm happy it went there because I know it's going to get used, and that's what I wanted. The other tractor I have, I did put a disclosure in there that I'm willing to trade for a running and riding quad, that's 250 cc or whatever, because I'd like to get one for myself. So when I go up to camp or whatever with the kids, we could ride around and for with the quads. Not sure. I'm past those years. I have my kids, so. So the one behind me, I didn't film it. I should have, but I was messing around with it and stuff for the last few days, and out of the 6 starters I have here, none of them to me were turning the engine fast enough. So ordered 2 off Amazon yesterday. They came today. Slapped the starter on, brand new spark plug also. I had to put a new spark plug coil in it and new battery. Then I went to crank on it, and I swear to God, I was cranking it. I didn't even realize it had started up. That's how well it's running. Um, because it was just like it seemed like the engine was just trying to roll over, but no, it was a full. Psh. Again, I'm all new to this, so just itching my plumber's crack there. Well, the quads, I definitely, duplicate all of them. I don't, it's possible, but I don't foresee that happening again, if you know what I mean. It'll almost be like, uh, you know, JB winning another election there. I didn't. I mean, I've replaced. I did have to buy a new starter. That was like $23. The spark plug was $2 off of Amazon. It's an NGK. Um, so $30, and that thing fired up. And don't get me wrong, I'm writing down a list of parts and stuff and where they're going and how much I'm spending, because at the end of the day, I'd like to turn a profit on these, just like I did with the tractor, the first one I sold. Yeah, I agree with that. And I could say, like, my daughter's pretty. That's true, man. Um, I mean, you never know what the future holds, right? But for right now, um, I actually, God, what was it for last summer? I bought her the um, Gerber, or no, not Gerber, Leatherman Wave. And it was like, this is your responsibility. You got to take care of it, this and that. She goes outside, finds stuff to do with it and all that. And, makes me happy that, like, she, she does, she's like an outdoorsy type person when she wants to be. Jorge Bush, or is it Georgia? How about Beetlejuice coming back with Michael Keaton? Thank gosh. I don't think you can remake that without him. And I can't show you, but my son tonight was like asking me about the Beatles, and I kind of told him, like, every person goes through, like, the Beatles, the Doors, Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, all that stuff. Just like, you know, at a certain age, certain time in your life, Jimi Hendrix, it'll all hit you, and it'll be awesome. I'm happy she's using it also. Like, I don't know about you guys, but like when I was young, Well, I grew up near woods, so like I'd go down there. And remember, like the big like the hunting knives. I must have found like I don't know 4 or 5, 6 of them. I found actual the Swiss Army knives, not the Victoronks or whatever Victoron, the pre that um, down the woods, like just hunters losing stuff. So yeah, I'm glad she's down there using that. Two-time the pre, but Hollywood fooled me enough. The JA running things up here just got through a non-conference vote. Don't know how he managed that. I don't. It's almost like there's a country at war with another country right now, and your prime minister reminds me of what you know. I think you know where I'm going with that. I apologize for the ads. They're really flying in quick here. And right now I don't have I can usually say skip it, but it's not allowing me to do that. So I don't know if they changed stuff here or what. That's at me again, Dave. Nail on the head. Yes. There he goes, FIL. That's how I'm starting to feel like I'm just gonna live my life how I want to. I mean, laws. Who needs them? I'm still working on trying to convince the wife to sell what we got and buy a bunch of acres and you know. Oh, that's for sure, Zaphael. That's for sure. Um, well, here's the thing. So, like, I honestly can. So, like, when you do your video, you can say, I don't know. It just says you click on it, say like, let YouTube do it, right? Or you can do it. I let YouTube do it, but then I do conservative. You can do conservative, then there's a middle one, and then there's like ultra aggressive to make most money. I don't want ads popping up all the time. Adam B, what's up, brother? I want to tell you right now, so I'll grab something in a second. Hold on, but and then the second part to that though is on my screen, it'll say ad coming up in however many seconds. It's not doing that though, so I can't like. Usually, I can just click skip ads. Glad to hear that, man. I just want to let you know I'm getting a lot of use out of this butte. Been using on ATVs, and I'm this thing is just it's a gem. I'll be honest with you. Can't tell you how much I appreciate it. It just works. I mean, the grip is like it's perfect because like Snap-ons, like, grip like this would be like out 4 inches. This one's just like slim to the handle, really comfortable. Um, they know you have to pay for all those coins with your ad revenue. I don't make honestly, I don't make much off of YouTube at all. We're talking like I get paid like $100 every 4 months. Um, which is no big deal because like I actually enjoy making the content, and sometimes it's not like I get sometimes like I would love to fully commit to it, but I just can't. I can't. Ergonomics 100% just on top of the game here. Um Thank you again, man. I appreciate it. I do a quick oh, another ad. Jeez. Stephen Deswan, what's up? Mayor's Workshop. How's the polar bear doing? I actually you know haven't seen the den of tools in a while. Daily bench. I appreciate that. That was a got thrown in there real quick and had to do something. Wasn't the most beautiful work, but it worked. Um, and the run on that condensate pump is actually it's pretty funny. It goes out of that room into a garage, into a sink that has the drain of it is just a straight drain that drains onto the floor and it runs over to a floor drain. Not, nothing ideal about that, but I appreciate you joining. Thank you. Zaphael, I have not gotten that far, but you know, they're they're I know what size they are. Megan, Dave, no way. No way, dude. I appreciate that, man. No, definitely not 20 by 8. They're like 17.7, something like that. Yeah, he never comes up in my feed. I miss that guy. Yeah, he's a great guy, man. on his way to Vegas tool convention. So this kid was visiting him in Montana as well. Just replaced my condensate pump today. Unfortunately, check valve plugged on mine, but I replaced it anyways. Mine also runs into this thing. Funny enough, yeah. Hey man, if it works, it works. Um, the one thing I do like is they're not overcomplicated. Like it's pretty straightforward, but I definitely had to make some modifications. But you can't show that in a little quick video. So me again, Dave. Thank you, man. I truly appreciate that, brother. You could look. It's like right behind you. I really need one of the TMN. I'll send you one, man. Uh, text me your address. I'll send you one down. I'd be more than happy to do that. I got a couple laying around here. Well, I appreciate that, the Daily Bench. I do. Um, just right behind me and all that. So uh, we'll go off of this one here. 18 by 7. 18 by 7. These ones are smaller, but I think I like the 18 by 7 better. Well, I appreciate that. I will probably eventually sell these one day down the line, maybe. I need I don't know, 100,000 other subscribers. No, but in all honesty, they're actually really nice. Front, back. All right, hey, don't worry about it, man. To be honest with you, I actually was a little bit worried because you're usually very responsive, but I figured my stuff out and I didn't know how else to reach out to see if you're all right after that. But I know you got a lot of stuff to do yourself, so I'm just glad you're here. Carlos, cheers, brother. This root beer is just hitting different tonight, that's for sure. So I will say this, I have to thank you. This was a good purchase for me. It's worked out well. Has ample space and stuff. If I would have waited like another 4 months, I would have saved, I don't know, 100, 150 bucks on that. Yeah, it made me hungry. So, James Mall with a $20 hauler. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I'm clicking on the like and there we go. Okay. Okay, I see. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. It really does help out with the channel. Hey man, get toolbox used. I don't know if it's a scam or not, but yesterday I don't know how long it was. It was a roller. I want to say 72 inches snap-on, $150 in pretty immaculate condition. I just didn't have the cash to grab it, so You win some, you lose some. But this observer tool, roto head ratchet, has actually turned out to be fairly decent on these ATVs. I'll make a video on it. So, like, the one nice thing is it does T-handle out. This is actually very expensive, to be honest with you. It was like 50 or 60 bucks for a quarter-inch little ratchet. Doesn't make sense, but it is nice. The only problem is when you go in certain directions, because of the way the T-handle works, it does have a tendency to like collapse sometimes. But I'm starting to enjoy it more and more. I just wish there's a way to lock that T-handle into place there. And then you got the Tecton Roto Ratchet, which is just Tecton's awesome. It really is. If I'm missing a socket or something, or need a replacement socket, usually go Tecton, Capri, or Craftsman off of Amazon or whatever. Although I will go to Lowe's or Home Depot, and even Husky and Hart has some good sockets too. Red's a good color. Could be a Milwaukee, or you could just slap a Milwaukee sticker on it and sell it. Those Milwaukee fan people are obsessive. Got a couple of Hart outdoor tool recently from Ollie's. Tool accessories from Ollie's recently. Hart has some stuff. Yeah, I appreciate the support from Dave and James. Hey Dave, curiosity. So those really helped you in like what circumstance? Just because they are very useful. The headlamp works better, especially like electrical plumbing above my head, sticking my head up in the ceiling and stuff. But those, they're cool. They work. They're bright. Um, but it doesn't matter. How's you getting things ready for the summer? Outdoors, the pool. You got your walkways, fire pits, all that stuff. I mean, was KFC. Long handled ratchets and snap on for sure definitely are wonderful. I recently sold the snap on that I had, most of it, not all of it. Had one ratchet, soft grip, just the 88 tooth or 90 tooth one, and the screwdrivers, which the screwdrivers are great, but like, I don't know, I have some Hazets that are just working fine. But I will show you. How many is that for me? You guys, who has a count? Someone's supposed to be keeping count. Put these back. Let me put these back, Stella. Okay. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. WCSD, how's it going, brother? Good to see you. Here we go. Got a side shoot attachment for my Ryobi mower. Swivel hard blade attachment and bump feed trimmer. There you go, man. Someone get him Menards bucket to go with other buckets. There ain't no Menards near me. I counted one. One what? I don't know. No, one. I got you. I got you now. I got 2 pools to get ready next month. I'm not looking forward to it. I guess, I mean, if it's your own, I'd be jacked, about that. But I'm at the point where I don't like doing other people's stuff. So, all right, start off. This has been a wonderful ratchet for me. Gear wrench, 90 tooth. I like the length of it's a 3/8. I like the length of it. I really like the functionality of it for a home gamer, But CP, the tool addict, pointed something out with the snap rings. The anvil does wiggle and jiggle. I don't think it will ever be that. I mean, it might wear out for me, but for what I got this for, not a big deal. And the grip is just super, super awesome. The next one is the Husky 3/8, and it's a long son of a gun. We are measuring in here at, come on, 14 3/4. Like I said, 3/8. It's not a great ratchet. I do have to periodically fix the innards, but I mean, just for like a breaking whatever, it works well. 3/8 Stanley, extendable. $14 5/8. And this actually, you could hear that. It's actually a good sounding wrench. Flex head. Not only that, lockable flex head. So, I mean, yes, it's again, not professional use, but I always loved my Stanley ratchets. This is the one I kept. Is my favorite in my hands all the time for breaking things loose. Yet that's not what it's made for. 90 tooth, I believe. Yeah, it's not what it's made for, but yeah, that's like this Husky I got. This is what I use I use this a lot to break things loose. Even Icon. All right. I do have problems with this flipping the switch. I gotta trade it in. But these are actually like good ratchets. I like a lot about them. I like the grip, like the feel, like the ratcheting. Sounds good. All of that. It's a nice ratchet, 1/4 inch here. Then we get my favorite, the Ward's Master 1/2 inch that I fixed. Probably like a 40 something tooth. I'm glad you found me too, and I really do appreciate you joining in on the fun here. But yeah, it's a beautiful ratchet. It really is. I love it. Getting into my last 2 here. This one is a Williams 3/8. 10 1/4. Again, older, but just beautiful. And then this is a cheap. So when this Tang tool stuff came out, you know, and I remember actually I had this CP of Tool Hack was like, see how it's rusting already? Yeah, it did start to rust. This was like $30, a half inch. Um, no, the last one was like 42, half inch, 16 and 3/4. This is like a 40 tooth ratchet also. But I'll tell you what, this thing, I mean, I use it as a breaker bar, basically. And it's done everything I need to do. It's not wonderful. Again, I'm a homeowner. I do work in the trades, remodeling, maintenance for the last 15, 16 years, but I'm starting to get into other stuff, and on the tractors and stuff, this thing came in super handy. Tang, I don't believe is USA. It might be, but even the grip on it's pretty nice. I think the worst decision I made was I had the Capri 3-piece 3-ace or 3-piece um, ratchet set, and is the slim design. Those are really good. Yeah, I mean the Tang tools aren't great. I definitely see why they get called out, but I purchased this in a breaker bar. Breaker bars, unless you're buying some serious heavy duty breaker bar, I they all look the same to me. But this, you know, this was actually has turned out to be a very good purchase for me. Because I don't care if I break it, because it was like $30 for a half inch, ratchet this big. Um, no, that's what I'm saying. I really like the Capri. I want, when I thought I was reviewing tools and stuff, want to move on to something else, and you know, sold them and all that. I almost bought a big box. Tang USA found to use Snap-on toolbox instead of Tang tools. Yeah, I would buy the Snap-on all day. Um, Sonic's a brand right now that has like full toolkits for mechanics and stuff. I mean, they might work well, but yeah, you can find deals on good Snap-on um, USA stuff. I used to like the Stanley because, my homeowner, Stanley was USA made, all that stuff. SK ratchets, there you go. I have one thing I kept from the Farmall Cub. And when I was working on it, something that you guys won't know from behind the scenes, I was working on the points in condenser. And to be honest with you, I didn't know where my stubby screwdrivers were. But on the tractor was stubby screwdriver, and it is, if you can see that, SK. Perfect tool to do the points and condenser. That's why they had this on there. Um, freaking awesome. But like my Ward's Master, this is USA made. It's actually I feel like it's a 53 tooth actually. I got you beat. Got you beat. I'll be right back. So I'm a big fan of getting like stuff done. Like I don't know, there's so many people online that harp about like, oh, snap on this, snap on that, and like you can't do anything without snap on, right? Like just impossible to ever accomplish anything. So I always like to, and believe me, I am just starting to get into this stuff, but I love how I've been able to manage, like, just stuff for a while. But the best set for screwdriver ratchets, definitely the gear wrench. Mostly because you got this big one, you got this small one, their flex head extension, and then you have all the bits and pieces. One that I particularly really do like is this Boss Stitch one, which was like a security bit set. But there you go. The selector switch, everything works really good on that. And then this Weehaw, which is security bit set one. The only thing is the ratchet. They did do a good job with the selector switch, but it's a little bit too big. Like you hit it a bunch when you're working on it. But man, it's the fitment and feel of that ratchet is just a beaut. It really is. All right. What else did I miss here? You know, the Harbor Freight SDS Max Impact. There you go. You mean SDS hammer drill? The bag just fills too quickly for my liking. Yeah. As far as Harbor Freight is concerned, Hercules is their best brand, while Bauer is their mid. Yeah, Hercules is definitely the best brand. Bauer's not too bad though. It's all right. I have low profile ratchet that holds screwdriver bits. There we go. The stubby screwdriver also doubles as a key. Yes. If you were going for mute, you got it. Am I still on mute? I hope not, because I've been really Iowa wins. Caitlin Clark. Wow, what a nail biter. There you go. Two Rivy push motors. I can either mulch or bag. No shoot. Once I researched the angle of the shoot attachment, I was like, no. I don't know what that means, but hey, to each their own. I'm going to let you guys know right now I had a video come out last week about unsticking a screw. And it's quite amazing. Um, or getting a frozen screw unstuck. Apparently, a lot of people have never used an impact screwdriver. I never had until that video. I made sure before recording that I had it going lefty loosey, you know. And then I'm hammering it, and people are saying I'm an idiot because it's going to the right. But if you watch the video, it goes right to left, right to left, right to left every time I hit it. Because what does an impact driver do? Floats around on that anvil until it starts gaining some torque to torque it off, right? So yeah, I'm, you know, I don't know how to use one of those. Uh, the best part was like I do understand, like I do get comments on that video like that just says vice grips. It's one of the first things I used. Okay, so great suggestion. Next thing was my Nipex double grip pliers. Boom. Oh boy. Oh wait, actually, you know, they're like, get you a pair. Well, I've had these for like a year now. Double grip pliers. It's like, you know, I love it. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are idiots on YouTube. There are, you know, and I do make mistakes, but that video wasn't a mistake. Like if I pulled the torch out to get that screw loose, then that was by all means what I needed to do. I went through all your steps. I guess it is the first video on YouTube where I got a good bit of traction on it. At the same time, I mean, just like all my other videos, people like me. They don't hate it, but there was a lot of I think the thing that irked me was like, someone's like, first time using impact screwdriver. I said, yeah, actually it is. Never had to use one. And then later down the line was like, well, some people just aren't in the trades. And I'm like, I've been in the trades for 15 years, just not doing mechanical stuff such as fixing stuff up. And every video I see on quads and stuff, people are using those freaking screwdriver impacts. So I'm like, I gotta pick one of those up, check it out. And I did, and it worked. I had to use heat. They're like, you heat it up, cast aluminum. Yeah, I didn't want to. I didn't throw like, wasn't like cast iron where I just threw the heat to it. It's like really quick. Then spray, try, do all that stuff. So I had to get that off my chest. Thank you. Am I still on mute? Hopefully not. Wow, what a nail biter. That's what I got, but they stopped selling it. I first saw one of those impact driver deals on Musty One video. Oh, there you go. Got one for the garage sale for a buck or two. There you go. Awesome. Maybe the current one is still good. The shoot I'm talking of, okay. The maintenance man, there's definitely a surplus of D-bags on the planet. Yes. The funny thing is I put that video out thinking like I didn't think much of it. Like it was I had a task, I needed to do something, and the whole video is actually it's almost 30 minutes long, broken down into 1 minute because I thought it would be easier than what I anticipated. And people don't like they can't comprehend that, mentally that not all of us on YouTube go in to make the perfect video. Like sometimes stuff just don't work out how we want to. There's a lot of guys that sit on YouTube too and like I've been had. You're trying to get me to buy something. Look at this. Look at this guy just he's doing stuff and he did it. He got it done, but that's not how I would do it. The best part is, like, I told the one guy, I don't know, he's arguing with me about something. I'm like, listen, I went through all the steps I thought I should go through. At the end of the day, I got the thing off and I'm trying to fix these up for my kids. And he's like, well, that's all that matters, right? Yes, that's all that matters. Jeez. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on a little rant there, but I'm the maintenance man. I don't face controversy on here enough. But no, in all honesty, like people are just gonna hate you, whatever. And I actually had a buddy because I told him I'm like I didn't think it would like be that bad. And actually he put it perfectly, and now let me find it because it was very good. The negative people only wish they had the courage to create. And I believe that wholeheartedly. Um, Most of the negative Nancy's just, you know, I started doing YouTube because I wanted to hit 100 subscribers. And then I met a lot of awesome people that like to convene on here, like, just because they feel bad for me. And so I have everyone trapped in now, and we're doing our thing, you know? We're good to go. Good to go. I think 11 o'clock, definitely going to pop on off here. Um, might start working on. The best thing was, so like, I brought the first two home, and my youngest son, everything, like, this kid used to hop up on the Farmall Cub and just sit there and, like, hang out on it while it was for sale. And the worst feeling I had was selling it and taking that away from him. But I love that, like, he just he wants to be out here helping me, doing things, fixing things. Like, he'll play with his cars, like, hooked up the trailer, hooked up something broken. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix, like, that's all I can ask for, right? As a Yeah, I bypassed 100 subs. Uh, so there's that. Um, but my youngest son, just the one thing that irks me was um he did awesome on all the restorations, filming all that stuff. Um, they're on the Farm All Cub. I don't know. He came out here. I was filming the starting of the engine, and I'm always excited to have him out here. And I just said, like, hey, you gotta be quiet, just quiet while I record. Make it real quick, and then you could talk all that stuff. So I start recording, and I'm like near the end, and he talks, and I was like, ah, you know, overreacted. And ever since then, I'm like, this kid loves being down here. He loves spending time with me. He loves doing this stuff with me. Like, no matter what he's doing, holding a hammer or whatever. But, like, I will always, like, that's why my filming is the way it is, because my kids like to get involved at certain situations. I don't like to put them on there all the time. They have been in my videos, but, like, only if they want to be or whatever. But, like, yeah, you know. In the opposite direction. I've been doing it my whole life. I was actually, so the that lawnmower I have outside, the Country Squire, Economy Country Squire. It has the chute on the left. Um, Not too many riding lawnmowers you see like that. That's what I'm hoping. He really does. He goes on like the I mean one day I decided I wanted to restore, so I'm working with this guy right now, and not working on acquiring something that he has. It's a classic tractor. It's a tricycle tractor. It was the first one with a 6-cylinder. It has a bucket loader on the front, and it needs restored. The challenge of that one is I'm not this weekend, but the following weekend I'm gonna go take a look at actually look at it, um, and then go from there. The two issues with that is one, a tricycle tractor with a bucket loader ain't too. It's a row crop tractor with a bucket on it, and it doesn't do much for people. And then, secondly, is like how much I'd actually have to put into it. So, it's affordable, and that's the big reason. The guy wants me to get it because we'll restore it to running condition if we work on a deal. Very inexpensive, but it's straight six. It's not a flat head. I would say it's an overhead. Does that make sense? Would that be a straight six? I'll be the first to admit I'm not 100% sure on terminology, but I know it's not a flat head. It's a 6-cylinder, but I believe it would be a 6-cylinder overhead valve. Um, yes. So believe it or not, I've run through this in my head. There's a golf course near me that I used to play when I was young, with like my grandparents gave me their old clubs. I had wood drivers, like actual wood drivers. Um, it's called Rose Ridge Golf Club. It was fairly close. It's about $20 to play 18 holes plus a cart. Um, one of the times I played there, I was teeing off on the second hole, and on the third hole, the guys were all already so hammered drunk. All their shirts were off, all that stuff. Anyways, I have debated this to buy a real mower and use my other mowers and ask the company who bought the property to shut it down to see if I can't make the course how I remember it and then play around, like I'll sign whatever waivers, but I'll take my mowers down there and cut everything, fairways, greens, everything in between. But I thought that would be very fun. Yeah, motorized, yes. Jacobson, where they have like the big reels, they do the fairways. It's good stuff. I mean, it you know real mowers. I know what you're saying, man. Like that's what they use for fairways. Um, I'm a half decent golfer, but I'm not a golfer. You know what I mean? Like you got to put in the time to keep advancing in that. So Steve does one, the golfer man. I have so my golf set it's old, but it's Adam's Tight Lies. Got the drivers. Actually, I got new drivers. I forget what the Callaway maybe something. They're pretty good. But my irons are all Adam Tight Lies. I'm sorry about the ads, guys. They used to have a button where it would notify me. It would say ads coming up in 30 seconds. Do you want to skip? I could click that and have it skip. It's not doing that tonight. I don't know if they changed it or what. Um, and I apologize for it. I do. Um, am I any good? Not really, but I enjoy it. Yeah, I enjoy golf. Like they say, one good shot will bring you back every time. You know. Me personally, at my age, I would really, if you guys can help me out, I would like to get a chance to compete as a pitcher on a major league roster of a baseball team. I think I could definitely be a bullpen arm, and I think I could develop into a starter. I threw two perfect games and then a no hitter on top of that. Two perfect games in Colt League, which is um, like up until college. So I had the arm. I didn't throw like heat or anything. I was like Greg Maddox, man, just pick corners and all that stuff. Stuck with golf. I'm really good at tennis too. Actually, the funny thing is, there's a girl I used to hang out with. She actually played on a tennis team. Was really good and all that. I barely played, and as like a day fun date thing, we went up, played tennis, and I mean I crushed her. I had a buddy. Um, it's Pony League. It was like when we first started pitching, right? And or no. Yeah, I wasn't pitching that day. I was playing center field, and one of my best friends was playing left field. And this kid hit a pop up to left field, and my buddy, honest to God, put his glove out, went like this. The ball went right in his glove, and he closed it. That's the best play he ever made. Um, yeah, I'll be honest. So like when the kids started pitching and stuff, I got hit all the time. In fact, there's one time I got hit and I started going to first base. The ump's like, no, you gotta make an effort to turn away from it. So might be an inline, I guess, because so I guess so like the Cub was a flathead. So you had the cylinders up top. This one has like a cover with the cylinders on the side, and I guess everything else is below that. So, um, I inline, and they're on one side. So inline, I think would probably be it. Yeah, with no cant angle. Yes, yes. So yeah, it's inline. It's an inline six then for sure. Because they're all in a row. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. I mean that's one thing about me. I won't deny that, like, you know, I I'm not here as the almighty know-it-all. I just bounce ideas off of you guys. You guys bounce. No, you guys don't bounce ideas off of me because I'm whatever. But I have fun doing what I'm doing. I just like these quads, for instance, right? Like, so $500 for 5 quads. I got one running, so that's $500 right there in my area. I will have to go back through, redo the harness because the person before me just, he got it running and then it sat for 2 years and then I got running. So, like, I like to make things proper. I'll go through it, but like it gives me a proof of concept. It gives me a something to like look back on and figure out on the other ones. But it's the first time or like we're like in my head, I'm like, this is a no-brainer information. The ball itself, not saying that's you, but that's the top reason. Yeah, for sure. One time, two instances. One time I was pitching, I had a comebacker and I caught it like this. Second time, there's a comebacker going over my right head like a zinger. I stuck my hand out to catch it bare hand, and at the last second, I still had the time to be like, "No, my shortstop has that." Like, you know what I mean? Um, yeah, V formation. Yeah, definitely not a V, but I didn't know if it was like overhead or inline, but inline makes sense. Um, I heard someone say V4 the other day, um, which, luckily I was able to pull my hand back, but I was like, reactionary. Like the ball comes at you, you reach your hand out. I'm a righty. That's my pitching hand. So rotary engine, Nissans, Datsun. I understand V4 really doesn't like. There are technicalities to it, but V4 really doesn't exist. Um, I was watching a video the other day on YouTube where this guy's like, watch me negotiate this Land Rover trade in, and he walks up, or it's a Discovery, 2 door. Walks up to the guy, he goes, "Is this a V6 or a V4?" And I'm like, "Oh, ah, V4? You mean four-cylinder, right?" You know. So then the second thing is like, well, our other guy offered this guy like 50 grand on the vehicle, but I think it's 46. He said he called his boss, told him all this. Like, I think it's 46 all day long. So he went back to the guy, and the guy's like, or he goes, "So what are you looking to get out of this?" And he's like, "Well, Kelly, Blue Book private party, it's like 50 to 53. Um, then the guy's like, "Do you have to sell it or do you want to sell it?" Blah blah blah. Guy's like, "I don't need to sell it. I could keep it. Let's just like look at what you have." And then the guy that was like, "I only offer him 46," went back to, "I'll give you 50 for it." It was funny. All right, yeah, overhead. Yes, that is correct. V8 Chevy that turns half the cylinders off the kind of V. What about that Vice Grip garage one with the was it a Cadillac or something where it was like a V4, V6, V8 where like it fires on whatever it feels like? All right, people. It's 11 o'clock, I guess. Went a little past, but I gotta get going to bed. I appreciate you guys joining me. As always, I'll keep these Monday night streams going. Commercial. Can't do nothing with the commercial. So all right, there's a commercial. I'll try and keep these going as long as I can. Monday night streams. I appreciate you guys. Me again, Dave. James Mall. Thank you for the super chats. Zaphael, Carlos, Steven, many others. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful rest of your week. And, have a great night, Neil. Thanks for the commercials. Usually I can skip them over, but tonight they're not letting me. So take care, guys. I'll see you later, and I'll catch you on the next one.